Alright, so number 57, what it says is find the coordinates of a second point on the graph of a function if the given point is on the graph and the function is even or odd. So there's two parts to this problem. There's part A and part B. What they're giving you is a point. Then they're asking you to find another point. Where would another point show up if this graph was even? Now what you have to remember is that when something is even, what that means in algebra or pre-cal, it means that it reflects over the y-axis. So if I have this point, negative 3/2, 4, which is right there, negative 3/2 is between -1 and -2. So if I go to that point right there, and I wanted to find the point where it would reflect, I need to go over to here, somewhere between 1.5, up to 4, right there. That's where that point would reflect if the y-axis was the line of symmetry. So if my graph is even, then this point would reflect at 3/2, 4. That would be the coordinate. For odd, so that's part A. For part B, they want you to figure out, if I'm just starting with this point, ignore this guy for now. If I'm just starting with this point, where would this guy reflect? Not really reflect, but rotate, because odd means to rotate. And it means rotate like 180 degrees, so it goes from here down here. So now where would that show up? Well, that point is going to be the same height, but it's going to go down 4. And again, it's going to go down here. Now where is that point? So again, it's almost like if I rotate. So I rotate the page 180 degrees. It means flip it upside down. Notice where that point is, and notice where that point is. Alright, if I flip this page upside down, it's in the same position. That guy's still up there on the left, and this guy's still here on the bottom right. If I flip it again 180 degrees, same place. That guy's still up on top, this guy's still on the bottom. So that's the kind of rotation that we're looking for, 180 degrees. What coordinate is this? Well, this is at 3/2 and -4 now. Okay, so that's part B. This up here is the answer for part A. Even and odd. Even means flip it over the y-axis. Odd means rotate it. Now there is a pattern to this, and we can do number 59 a little quicker because now we know this pattern. The number is 4,9. The coordinate they give me is 4,9. So 4,9 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, up 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up there. And if it's even, where is this going to rotate? I mean flip, reflect. This is going to go over here. Now that's going to be -4, +9, up here. So that's if it was to reflect. That again is even. If it's odd, it's going to go from here, rotate down here somewhere. Now where would that be? That would be -9, -4. Backwards, I said it backwards. Say it's -4, -9. Okay. So look at the relationship between these numbers. This guy was negative and now it's positive. Here they're both positive. This one was negative and this one's positive, but on the rotation this guy is positive and this one's negative. And this one they're both positive, but this time the x is negative, and on this one they're both negative. So there's a little pattern here that they want you to realize, and that is when it's even and you're trying to find the other coordinates for even, you make the x negative, or just switch the sign of the x value, of the x coordinate. But if it's odd, what you're going to do is actually change both signs. Change both the x and the y. The coordinate, the sign. So for number 61, they don't actually give you a problem. They write this, x negative y. So if you're doing this with this pattern, x negative y for A, being even means just change this sign right here. So it's going to become -x, and the y stays the same. So that stays the same. but x switches sign for even. Okay, that's the pattern that we saw up here. X was negative, now it turned positive. X was positive, and then it turns negative. And the last part, for part B, what are we doing here? They want you to rotate it, and that was to change both signs. That's how you rotate. So it's going to be negative x, positive y. Okay? Alright, so that's trying to find the coordinates of another point, knowing that something is even or odd.